one step closer.
It is probably the most productive day we have had on this issue.
Plans for a potential ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia are in the works. Cases dismissed.
This is not a shocking decision by this court.
For a former FBI director and New York Attorney General. A musical birthday performance.
And it's something just different that's enjoyable.
To celebrate the Queen of Salsa. And South Florida serves the community.
There are a lot of people who really need this and are in difficult situations.
As Thanksgiving quickly approaches, these stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Paula Cignano.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
The war in Ukraine has reached a critical juncture where peace may finally be achieved. U.S. and Ukraine officials say they're making substantial progress with ongoing ceasefire talks.
Negotiators sound optimistic that they could be taking a step forward ending the war. This is after they met in Geneva, Switzerland, and negotiators are working on President Trump's 28-point ceasefire plan, which stemmed from U.S. talks with Russia. But after bipartisan critics say the original favored the country too much, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators have been modifying the plan. He says the rest of the issues are, quote, not insurmountable.
Дипломатія активізована. Це добре.
Diplomacy has been activated, which is good, very good. We expect that the results will be the right steps.
In a statement, the U.S. and Ukrainian officials says they're working towards aligning positions and identifying clear next steps.
A federal judge dismisses indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James on Monday, ruling that the prosecutor appointed by President Trump was invalid. CNN's Maribel Gonzalez explains the decision and what can come next.
I'm grateful that the court ended the case against me, which was a prosecution based on malevolence and incompetence.
A federal judge has dismissed the indictment against former FBI Director James Comey, accused of lying to Congress 5 years ago, and New York Attorney General Letitia James, accused of mortgage fraud. Both had pleaded not guilty to the charges, which James today called baseless. The court ultimately ruling the appointment of Lindsay Halligan as interim U.S. attorney in these cases was unlawful because she wasn't confirmed by the Senate. The White House disagrees.
But the Department of Justice will be appealing very soon, and it is our position that Lindsay Halligan is extremely qualified for this position, but more importantly, was legally appointed to it.
Halligan, a former White House advisor, was selected for the role after the Trump administration pushed out the previous interim U.S. attorney amid increasing pressure to bring cases against Comey and James.
The Justice Department failed to take the steps necessary after the 120 days of her interim appointment ended to make her a lawful U.S. Attorney General. So this is not a shocking decision by this court, and in fact, I would say it was anticipated.
Comey and James's case were dismissed without prejudice, meaning the cases could be refiled. But the court acknowledges that for Comey, such a move may not be possible since the statute of limitations for his charges has passed. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
South Florida continues to rank low in home ownership, and as younger residents choose to stay with their families rather than face higher housing costs. Caplin's Adrian Diaz-Alejo has more.
The average cost of houses like these in South Florida can average over $600,000, which is 50% higher than the U.S. national average. That further adds to the costs that college students are facing.
According to research studies, Miami is one of the least affordable cities in the United States, often ranking in bottom 10 in home ownership rates. Due to the high housing costs has recent college graduates entering their mid-20s and trying to enter the job market choose instead to stay with their families.
So I'm living with my parents right now. I basically have to live with them because it doesn't make too much sense to allocate most of my income to rent. That would just not really contribute to me. I will end up having very little income to myself that I'm basically about to go paycheck to paycheck.
For others, however, staying with families is less of a choice and more of a necessity.
We make ends meet. I think how a lot of people in Florida make ends meet. It's a lot of people in one house and they all do something to contribute money. I notice a lot more and more around here that people like me, where we live with 3 or more people, everybody's paying. Everybody's contributing to pay.
Even when accounting other means of living, like apartments or rents, Miami still ranks as one of the most expensive in the U.S., being over 30% higher than the national average.
It just keeps getting higher. Like, we get promises that it's going to go down, but all we get is higher. Even I have the nicest landlord, but yet, even he has to, just to make ends meet on his end, he has to raise housing prices. So,
reporting for Caplin News, I'm Adrian Diaz-Alejo.
Millions of people are expected to travel this morning for the busy Thanksgiving season. Expect roads and airports alike to have much more traffic than usual, with a reported 82 million people traveling more than 50 miles from home. This is 1.6 million more people than last year, breaking a record. AAA predicts the majority of travelers will be motorists at around 73 million people. And speaking of Thanksgiving, as the holiday approaches, many Miami-Dade residents are struggling to bring food to the table. Last week, 2 organizations stepped in to help. Caplin News reporter Lucas Bogardes has a story from the YMCA in Allapattah.
I'm here at the YMCA in Allapattah, where United Home Care and Independent Living Meals have partnered together to provide shelf-stable foods and supportive services to the people in the community that may need them this Thanksgiving season.
Dozens of people lined up as volunteers prepared boxes filled with Thanksgiving meal supplies. The holiday season brings added pressure for families and older adults already struggling with food access.
This particular event includes hurricane boxes that are for older adults, in particular during a hurricane or emergency situation. That way they have some food that can keep them, going for a few days. We also have some educational resources being shared. We have a turkey distribution as well. We're giving out turkeys.
With Thanksgiving days away, volunteers say helping was an easy choice. For them, the holiday season is about giving back to those who need a little extra support.
So I think that these events help out the community, the people that are in need and people that don't know all the resources that we have available. So coming out here, we're educating them, letting them know where they can find these resources, and at the same time, they can go home with a bag of goodies that they may need for the holidays.
More should happen in the future because there are a lot of people who really need this and are in difficult situations. They always ask me where they can find help, and I always tell them to come here. But more is needed. More is needed because there are many people who are needy in the community.
For many of today's recipients, these meals mean more than nutrition. They're a relief and a lifeline during a time where they may feel overlooked. For Caplin News, I'm Lucas Bogardes.
The Florida Panthers had a heated game against the Predators. That's right, that's still ahead, and so is the story.
Said, would you like to collaborate on Celia Cruz's 100th birthday? And this was something that was a really easy yes.
The FIU Orchestra played for a special birthday. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
To reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know.
and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
Icon turns 100 and FIU celebrates that happy birthday. This past weekend, Celia Cruz's lovers came together to honor the Latin singer's 100th birthday.
FIU School of Music and Performing Arts had the opportunity to bring this event to life. Caplin News reporter Sarah Mallorca gives us an inside look at this festive celebration.
Born and raised in Cuba, Celia Cruz was a legendary singer known for her powerful voice, vibrant stage presence, and iconic, colorful costumes. On Saturday night, the Queen of Salsa was celebrated at the Adrian Arch Center in a first-of-its-kind concert titled Celia Sinfónica. The event, honoring what would have been Cruz's 100th birthday, featured symphonic arrangements of her most beloved hits, including La Vida es un Carnaval and Quimbara. FIU Symphony Orchestra brought these classics to life under the direction of Javier Jose Mendoza.
The Celia Cruz Foundation, in partnership with Casa Cuba here at FIU, came to us, the FIU Symphony Orchestra, and said, would you like to collaborate on Celia Cruz's 100th birthday? And this was something that was a really easy yes, and to this opportunity for us and for our students.
For many of the musicians, performing Celia Cruz's music in a symphonic setting offered a rare opportunity, one that allowed them to blend their classical training with the Latin rhythms they grew up around.
It's really just a wonderful experience, something different from the normal classical music that all violinists are trained to do, and it's something just different that's enjoyable for especially living here in Miami.
Celia Cruz's legacy continues to inspire, bridging cultures and generations through her timeless music. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Sarah Mallorca.
After a disappointing defeat against the Oils, the Florida Panthers faced up against the Nashville Predators away. The Cats came in hungry with goals by Evan Rodriguez and Sam Reinhart putting it up early in the game. The Panthers dominated the entire game, keeping the Predators down from start to finish. The final score was Panthers 8, Predators 3. The Cats will head to Philly where they will face off against the Flyers tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.
And after a red-hot performance against the 76ers, the Miami Heat were looking to keep their streak going against the Dallas Mavericks. Tyler Hero returned to the lineup after getting ankle surgery in September and completely balled throughout the game with scoring 24 points. The Mavericks were playing catch-up with the Heat throughout the entire game, with the Heat keeping their lead steady up until the final buzzer. The final score was Dallas 102, Miami 106. The Heat will go on to play the Bucks in the third game of the NBA group stage tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
This is just a friendly reminder that there will be no shows this upcoming week due to the Thanksgiving break. Our next show will return on Monday.
And from everyone here at Caplin News, we just want to wish you a very happy and very safe Thanksgiving. But for now, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Paula Siriñano.
And I'm Valentina Gaspar. You get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.